Hi, this is President Joe Biden, and you're listening to ZTGD Radio.
ZTGD Radio. I almost did it. This is episode 734 for February 20th, 2023. It's President's Day. That's still a thing, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, on the show this week, it's just me and Turds.
What up?
Everybody's like,
Ebony and Ivory. We out here. Oh, dang. I mean, look.
Saying what? Yeah, Wombat's on a road trip. Drew's like, I worked 15 days in a row. I'm like, motherfucker, get a new job. That shit's terrible.
Man, it is. They are bullying him up there, and he. Oh man.
Yeah, that's nasty. And Anthony, you know, he's probably sleeping.
Yeah, he'll pop in later and be like, "What up, y'all?"
Hey, what's up? But yeah, what's funny is got a shitload of big fucking games to talk about. So I guess we just kick off with that.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you go first?
What?
Like, you always have one of us go first. Since it's just the two of us. Shit, man, you go first.
Oh, I have to go first now? Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not prepared. Let me see here.
So you use the time for when we're talking to prepare.
Like, I gotta load them up, man. I gotta figure it out.
The truth comes out.
I booted up that Shadow Warrior Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with that. That ain't right.
Yeah. But it's only on the console, because I played it on Steam, and I didn't have the same issues with the frames and stuff. So, and when I went to the Xbox one, it's something's wrong. Like, yeah. I don't know, like somebody did something with a code or something, because it's...
The enemies are like moving at 30 frames a second, like their animations look funky.
Yeah.
It's weird. I hope they fix it, because I really wanted to revisit that game. I hadn't finished it. I think I was on like the 4th or 5th mission or something. So...
it's it's good. I liked and I'll talk about it in my review. I liked the second one better, just because this one is more. It's like Doom, right? So you get those like battle arena kind of things.
Yeah.
But I liked the second one because you had like the loot chase, right? And then they had the like me and my son played that co-op. Like it was drop in, drop out co-op. I don't know. I prefer
the only
that
thing
one, but
I didn't like about the second one is it's a fucking loot vomit.
This was
there's 6,000
my Destiny
guns.
days.
Yeah, it's just like everything is different colors, and I'm just like, I don't need all. Just give me like 4 or 5 really good guns, and we good.
Yeah, and you end up doing that anyway, because like I ended up leaning, like I liked the melee stuff, like, and that's the other thing, like his sword obviously is awesome, but like in the second one you had like a bunch of different, melee weapons, and you don't have as big a variety in this one as you did, so I don't know, but yeah, you're right, it was a very loot, but like I said, I used to play Destiny, that was around my Destiny time, so like I was okay with loot drops and stuff.
And it was that game. That was also like random generated levels, so like you never knew.
Yep. Yeah.
It was a weird game.
The Bunny Lords.
Oh, yeah, man. It's such a weird ass game. I don't know.
It's so weird. Yeah.
That series went from being like a Duke Nukem ripoff that was highly offensive, to like here's a cool bring back with the first one, then here's the Destiny loot with the second. And the third one's like, well, we just gonna make Doom.
Yep. That's been the progression. That's where we are.
Weird series. Like, we don't know what we're going to do with this, so we're just going to make different shit every time.
Yeah. You know what? I imagine the fourth one will be like Just Cause with a splash of
like
Devil
open
May
world,
Cry.
open world
yeah,
Shadow Warrior.
It'll be open world. Yep. It'll be.
Oh, man. That's weird. And then I booted up some Pinball FX. They sent over like a bunch of So this thing is weird. So if you don't know the history, Pinball FX, I forget what the last one was called. It was like Pinball 3 or something. So they've rebuilt it in the new Unreal Engine, and they redid all the tables. Now, the controversy around this is like if you bought all the old tables, because the new one has all the same tables as the old one. But if you bought all the old tables, you got to rebuy them. Yeah, people are not happy about that. But here's the weirder thing. They're doing a pass. So like you could just buy they call it a pinball pass, and you can pay for it per month, or you could pay for it for a year. For a month, it's $15 a month. And I'm like, that's the same price as Game Pass.
Right.
Like,
what? Okay, the subscription services are getting out of hand now.
Yeah, you got a pinball pass. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of tables. So,
right,
like, if you bought it for 1 month, you get like 100 tables. Like, it's a lot.
Wow.
And it's not trash. Like, it's real good. Like, the Addams Family's in there. Like Indiana Jones tables, which actually are not in the past, by the way. Like the Bride of Pinbot. There's like a Garfield table, there's like a Snoopy table, like there's a lot of good tables, but like the ones you really want, like the Marvel and the Indiana Jones, those are not in the pass.
So is the pass like going to rotate? Like are the tables going to rotate out that the Indiana Jones might be in there for 1 month or whatever?
I don't think those are going to be in there, but I think any new table they put out will go in. It's weird. So the only reason I know this is because when they sent over the code, they sent over the Indiana Jones and Marvel tables separately, and then they sent over coins to pay for a year pass, so you could just check it out for like a year. Mm-hmm. And those are the tables that are not in the pass. I don't know. It's weird.
You know what? That's Disney. Disney greed. They was like, nah, we need our chips separately. We ain't giving nothing out for free because that's Indiana Jones is them too now. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But as far as the game goes, it's still the best pinball game out there. Like if you're
nice.
into pinball, but like the menu system is weird. It feels not great. It feels like almost too cumbersome. It's basically like here's a room and you can decorate it when you get like achievements and the individual pinball tables. Put them on the shelf so you can look at them, like change the lighting and stuff. But like navigating through the menus is just really kind of a mess. So
gotcha.
And now I will dig through the indie games. There's not really anything that really stuck out to me this week. I'm trying to think. I played a bunch of these last night after a long ass Atomic Heart session. So The Rise of the Fox Hero is just a little 3D platformer. It's really kind of generic. Pocket Witch is the left to right, level 1, level 2, level 3 jump puzzle game. Where's next? Oh, Cyber Heroes Arena DX. Like if you want a bunch of achievements, this is a Vampire Survivors clone. I think
those are everywhere now, man.
I played that game for 5 minutes. I got 270 achievement points. So,
oh jeez,
there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Geometric Sniper: Blood in Paris is a follow up to Geometric Sniper. This game is really cool. It's literally like a black and white first person sniper game, where everything looks really simple. And basically you get a mission, they give you a target, and then you have to search around the map to find them and shoot them. And it's like, this character has a mustache and is wearing like a skull necklace, and you gotta find him in this big ass level, and then snipe him.
Okay. So it's like a simplified kind of Hitman?
Yeah, essentially, but you're just a sniper. Like you literally just sit on your perch, you got a timer, and then you just have this big world that you search. And if you shoot the wrong dude, you fail the mission.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you're the worst hitman.
Yeah. Oh, I shot the wrong dude.
Sniper. Oh well, back it up.
Warp is a weird game. It's like you got a little ship and you can turn it 360 degrees, and you press the right trigger to move forward, and you can also shoot. And basically, it's just like here's a level, solve the puzzle. It's okay. What was it? Is the game I'm thinking of, is it this one? I think it's called Comet Striker DX. This game is cool. It's like a left to right horizontal shooter where you've got shields and you also have a dash, so you can dash through things. That one was really cool. I like that one. I also got into Roadstones, which is kind of tower defense-y, where you're playing a wizard, and you're collecting these little orbs. And as you collect so many orbs, you can buy things that can attack. So you've got like the first level is like this giant pig that's blocking the exit, and you have to kill him. And you can spawn these crystals that will attack him, but at the same time, there's like a mob coming from left to right that if they make it over there, then you like lose health. There's also enemies that will attack you, and as you collect the gems, you can buy like people to protect you. So like people that will attack the enemies trying to kill you, and you can also buy additional things to attack the boss at the end of the level. It's kind of cool. I dug that.
Is it pixel graphics?
No, it looks kind of like Adventure Time.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
It's got like this like cartoon, Saturday morning cartoony kind of look to it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And then the last indie game was Rooftop Renegade, which is basically like a runner where you're going left to right and you do jumps and collect crystals. That's really what you do. So
simple enough.
Yeah, not a bad indie week. All right. So what else? Oh man, I'm so sad Anthony's not here. So we can talk about Wanted Dead because I couldn't talk about it last week. I don't understand the internet. So, like a game comes out and it gets a 7, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, flop, fail! Oh no, this is some shit. Don't nobody want this." This game comes out at like I gave it a 4.5. And like a lot of other sites gave it like low scores, and everybody on the internet's like, I really kind of want to buy this game. Like, what? Yep. What is happening?
Understand. Yep, because IGN I think gave it a 4 too, and I saw on Twitter there's so many people like I saw the reviews dropped. Still looking forward to picking up this gem. I think it's going to be great. And then they play it and they're like, yeah, it's got some problems, but man, this game is really good. And I'm like,
like you convince yourself that this game is good, and like I'm gonna tell you, so I've had this game for a long time. It has never been patched in like the almost month that I've had it.
Oh wow!
So like I'm playing a build from like a month ago. So if you don't know what this game is, it is essentially like here's some people that worked at Team Ninja. They went off and created a new company. What the hell is the name of that studio? I need to look this up. I think
it's like 101.
Yeah, 101
or something like that.
Industries or something. I don't remember.
It might be 110.
It is 110 Industries is what it's called. And basically, this is a third-person action game that is shooting/melee. So you're playing as this cop named Hannah who works for a group called the Zombie Squad. I'm gonna tell you,
Zombie Squad.
That's the name of their squad. I don't know what the fuck happened in this game. Like, there's all kinds of cutscenes and weird shit that happens in this game. There's like even a hub that you get to at some point where you can talk to people, and I still can't tell you what the hell happened in this game.
Nice. This sounds like a very Japanese
game, my god,
like a very PS2.
This is 100% PS2. The opening cutscene in this game is 4 of them sitting in a diner, and they all like order like this cutscene is long. They order like some of the most outlandish shit that you can think of. And I don't even know why this is happening. And then all of a sudden they get a call and they're like, we gotta go. And then you play level 1. It's weird.
Yeah, it sounds like a PS2 game.
It's 100% a PS2 game. And then like you get into the game and this is where the problems come in. So it is a third-person action game. It has cover mechanics, it has third-person shooting, and it has melee combat. I'm going to tell you right now, don't go into cover and don't third-person shoot. Like,
hey, Ninja Gaiden, gotcha.
I tried to do that because the first level is literally like, here is, first floor of Nakatomi Plaza, bunch of pillars, bunch of desks, hide behind it, dude shooting at you. I died like 10 times trying to cover shoot these people because they're just, man, the AI is just dumb. Like it just
Man.
it just stands there and moves left and right, and you can't shoot it, and they don't miss, so you just end up dying. Eventually, I figured out like, nah, just run up to him and punch him in the face with your sword. And
So do the opposite of what the tutorial is telling you to do.
100%. Like the tutorial's like, yeah, man, you just go up to cover and you land in it, and then you pull the left trigger and you shoot the dude. Nah, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that in this game ever. Like I feel like there's two mechanics in this game that you don't even need to use. Like just run up and shoot him. Now, there is cool shit. So like your Y button is attached to your pistol, and that is kind of like your parry. So like when they like you want to block break, you just hit that Y button and she'll pull out her pistol and just shoot them. Like you can't just shoot the pistol; it's literally a dedicated button. There is a parry mode, so like you can parry attacks. The window is terrible, but eventually you can upgrade it through the skill tree. Now here's the thing: like once you get about halfway through the first level, these dudes come out with shields. There's like 6 of them, so you can't melee them. So then the game's like, try using this charge up attack. I'm like, okay, cool. How do I do that? Oh, it's a skill I haven't bought yet. So a mechanic to attack an enemy is locked to a skill tree that does not have a set, like, unlock. Like, you can unlock any skill you want at any time. And it's telling me how to deal with these people with a skill I don't have.
And it never told you to go get said skill.
No, it never said that. It just said, here's how you upgrade stuff. And it's like, it makes you pick, like a lot of games, it's like, here's the one, just pick this one. So I had that one. And then, like, we'll use this skill. I'm like, well, how do I use that skill? Like, oh, you got to unlock it. Oh, I don't have enough points for this. So now I got to go back and, like, grind to get the skill because I died, because I die all the time in this game. And then when I get the skill and I try to charge it up, dude, I'm going to tell you this is the most frustrating thing ever. So I'm trying to charge it up to hit the dude with the shield, and the dude with the other shield from behind just hits me and knocks me out of the animation. And that happened like 40 times in a row. It was like ding, 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 ding. I felt like a pinball.
And you died.
And I died.
Now you gotta do it all over.
And then eventually the game's like, you've died so many times, we want to put on easy mode, because this doesn't have an easy mode by default.
Oh, yeah, like DigiGame does that after you die so many times, you put the little red ribbon on, or whatever.
Yeah, well, this one you put cat ears on. And they call it Neko-chan mode. I ain't gonna lie, I played through the rest of the game in Neko-chan mode. The game is still frustrating and hard. Like, the first boss I got to was this giant spider tank, and it would just fly around the room, and eventually it would stop, and my dude that's with me, because you always have a partner with you, he's like, now's your chance, attack it. I'd run over and hit it, and its health wouldn't go down. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what are you wanting me to do, game?
Right. Like, first of all, why is all of their games have, like, Team Ninja-esque folk have spider tanks? Why? I swear to God. Like,
it's a Japanese thing, man. Like, there's a spider tank. You gonna fight this big tank with spider legs.
I mean, goodness. Like, and then, I don't know. Like, why would they, I don't know. This game sounds frustrating, and you weren't even, like, through the tutorial yet. Like,
oh yeah, it's frustrating before you even get into the game. Eventually, like, when you get into it, the funny thing is, it's not even that long. It's like 6 to 8 hours. It's like, it's not a long game.
Oh man, it is like a PS2 game. Like,
100%. Yeah, you just blast right through it, no issues. And I swear to God, there are characters in this game that are so good to show up like like there's a character that has a trailer, right? A dedicated trailer, like in the marketing. She makes one appearance in the game. You have one conversation with her.
Is it an epic conversation at least? Like, is it
like you're interested? You're like, this is a cool character, and then you never see her again.
Wow.
This game 100% just feels like it's unfinished. Now we haven't even got to the part where the fact is, like, the camera is so bad, and there's no lock on. Your character does not lock on to enemies, so you have to, like, half the time you'll swing and you just end up behind like 5 of them.
In a melee combat game, why would you not have a? God, man, it's unfinished, and it hasn't got any patch for like a month.
No, I haven't.
They just sent it out into the world. We done.
Yeah, that game hasn't updated, and like people online are like, "Oh man, they're working on a patch for the frame because the frame rate's not stable." Like people are like, "Yeah, they're working on a patch for frame rate." I like want to tweet at people like, "Motherfucker, I've had this game for a month. They ain't patched it once."
Right. They're still working it out. Like, they're still trying to figure it out.
Now, when you do, so it does have these like the characters will go into like this stunned mode, and you can do these like glory kills. That shit feels really good. Like when you land those, and she like stabs a dude with her sword, cuts another dude's head off, and then puts her knee on his neck and shoots a guy like from behind.
Oh, okay.
That shit is cool. Like that, I was like, yeah, I'm. This is. Oh yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
but like,
more of that.
90% of the rest of the game is just bad.
Damn.
And I'm so mad because I'm like, I want to love this game. I want this game to be good. If you can get this game for like $20, you can go for it. If you pay $60, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a sale because I wanted it to be good too because it like I like Ninja Gaiden and I talk about it all the time. Like I like the fast action games, and this looked perfect. They had the gunplay, it had the sword play. I wouldn't have probably ever tried cover, which is weird that they even put that in this. But yeah, I was like all in. But then, man, like you was talking about even the tutorial.
Oh, the tutorial is like
fuck you. God.
Yeah, it's man. This game.
Yeah, maybe it'll come to Game Pass at some point, and then that'll just be perfect.
I mean, this game screams Game Pass. Like, if you,
gotcha.
I swear, if you paid $60 for this, I feel bad for you. Like, I'd be pissed if I'd have paid $60 for this game.
Gotcha. I mean, it's what you're describing. It sounds unfinished. I mean, damn, the tutorial. You had to do something that the tutorial. Like, you had to do the opposite of what the tutorial told you to do to even get past the part. Like, what the heck?
Like the level design is literally like, here's a bunch of cover, do what you want to do. And like, I banged my head against the wall for like 10 deaths. I'm like, why am I just dying? Like, I don't understand.
Why would that even be an option? Like, why would you?
As soon as I just did melee, I breezed right through it. Like, no problem.
Man, hopefully they patch it because I like you. Like, I want to love it. I want to love it.
Yeah, it's a weird ass game. You can do karaoke in it. Like, it's weird.
Oh Lord,
it is weird. It literally feels like they were like, we're gonna do all this cool shit, and none of it's gonna be any good.
That's what it sounds like. They just had to throw. Because I mean, it again. Why does it need a cover system? Like, why?
I don't know. Like every time I get the cover, like my teammates are running around like like I'm expecting the Benny Hill music to be playing. And the enemies are doing the same thing, and like I'll pull the left trigger and try to aim at a dude, and imagine a dude like from the Matrix, like he'd be like like jittering, like I can't hit him, and then you run out of ammo because you hardly have any ammo. Like your ammo goes down so fast.
Yeah, they just tried to throw a bunch of stuff in this. It was like, this is what's hot, and we can go make it work. Like I think that's because wow.
Oh, and then the developer on Twitter, apparently some guy was like, man, this game is overpriced. They're like, we should have charged $70. I'm like, motherfucker, you should not.
I saw that because it was the dude's review. He was like, think how triggered you would be in your review if we had charged $70. And I was like, first of all, why are you making jokes? You put out a bad product. Like, what the fuck?
I saw that. I was like, nah.
Like, what?
Y'all need to be charging. Y'all don't need to be charging 60. Y'all need to be charging 30.
Right? Yeah, it sounds like it. Like man. Oh man, I can't wait to hear what Anthony thinks. Like, hopefully he's here next week and can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear somebody else tell me what they think about that game. Cause, oof.
I got you.
Anyway, all right. I think it's time to talk about the big boy. So I've been playing Atomic Heart for about a week now. I am about 15 hours into the game. That game is really good.
Thank you, God.
It is really good. The first thing that is just so shocking is that game runs really well. That shit is 60 frames per second. Now, It is not locked. There will be some drops. But when I don't know how to describe this, so I feel like there are things happening in this game that I've not seen in a long time. Like some set pieces that are just epic as fuck. Like the intro is amazing. Like, I could not believe that so basically you ride in on a boat, and then you walk through this festival that's happening, and you literally walk over a bridge where there's a parade going underneath you that looks like some fucking, like, there's just like hundreds of robots walking underneath you. It is insane.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
Man.
Visually it is just stunning how good it looks.
So does it look like the trailers? Like when you
yes.
like, you know what?
Yes.
That's good.
It looks like the trailers. So excuse me. Good Lord. Let me get a drink.
Let's sip of a beverage. I'll be y'all's entertainment.
You got me talking too early in the show about video games.
That's what it was. Yeah, you had to get prepared. This is what you do while we're talking.
So yeah, it is a first-person shooter, and like there is an open world there, but I feel like the open world is basically like the traversal between dungeons. So it feels like the real levels are the dungeons. So you start off in this facility, and you kind of go through and you do these puzzles. So I'll just give you an example of the first dungeon. You have to find these containers of different things. So it sends you to 4 different areas of the facility. And as you go to each different area of the facility, you have to either solve a puzzle or defeat a boss. Like there's different methods to go through this. And each area feels like wholly unique. So you'll go into one area and it's like, oh, you got to swim through this jelly to mix this stuff together, and then you got to ride around this platform and shoot these things. Okay, that's cool. That's one area. Then you go to another area and it's like, oh, I've got to solve this ballerina puzzle where I'm making their shadows look like they killed these dudes. Like each area, each area is like completely different from the last thing that you did. The combat is it's a mixed bag between your melee, like you have a melee weapon that you can carry around. You also have guns, standard guns like a shotgun, pistol. You've got this energy gun. You get some machine guns later. You can actually build the weapons once you find blueprints for them. And then as you kill enemies, you can collect things like crafting parts. So you can craft the different weapons. You can craft ammo. Healing is done through like health packs. Like you'll have health packs with you. You literally just press down on the D-pad. There's a skill tree which unlocks powers. This is where you, you get the Bioshock vibes. So you can buy powers like telekinesis, where you can lift robots up in the air and shoot them. You can freeze them. You can shoot them with this polymer jelly that then you can ignite and set them on fire. And these are all things that you can upgrade over time. So like you have a character tree, you have a freeze tree. You also have a shock ability, which allows you to shock robots. So you can upgrade that and eventually do damage to them or stun them and things like that. So there's a lot of things in here, and you can kind of tailor how you want to play. Like, for instance, I focused on the freeze. The shock is by default, so you always have that. And then I have telekinesis. So those are the two that I've kind of put all my points into. The combat is interesting. So this is where I have a couple of issues with the game. So the combat is very much like, I don't want to call it Dark Souls, but it is very animation specific. So like if an enemy hits you and knocks you down, there's a whole animation to that. So like you'll fall backwards and you'll see your feet and you'll get stumbled and you won't be able to kind of react. If a robot knocks you out of a melee attack, like that's just going to stun you. Like this game is hard.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. I would suggest playing it on easy. I believe you can swap it anytime you want. But like it is punishing. Like enemies don't fuck around, and ammo is not like you don't have unlimited ammo. Like there have been boss fights where I've completely run out of ammo and had to kind of move around, and you do have a dodge on the B button, so you can like dodge left and right. But I've gotten to the point where like I'll run out of so much ammo that I've got to finish the boss off with melee, and it's hard. Like some of these bosses are huge. but it's like there's so many little things that are impressing me. Like for instance, last night I fought this boss in like this opera theater, and as I was shooting him, you could see all of my shots in his metal body. And I'm just
that's nice.
That is just a detail that I just don't see in video games.
Yep.
And it's just
I love that attention to detail. You know what? For me, and I'm sorry, I hope it just cut you off your train of thought.
No, go.
When they first started showing like bullet shells hit the ground when you would fire guns, like in Tomb Raider. I think Tomb Raider was the first one I really noticed it. Like when you would shoot from Laura's guns and like the shells would hit the ground and you would see them, they would stay there. I'm like, oh, look at that attention to detail. But then like, you know, some games would do that and some wouldn't. So that's awesome that they're doing that, putting that much detail into it.
Oh, there's so
man,
much.
You got me hyped. This game gonna be so good. Oh man.
There's so much detail in this game. Like this is one of those games where people are going to be like having those water cooler conversations, but like, dude, did you see this part yet?
Nice.
Like, there was the sequence yesterday where I put in the Discord, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I cannot wait for y'all to get to that, because I was like, dude, this is like nothing else in the game to this point. I don't even know what's happening. But there was the other thing this game does really well is it like mixes in the sound and the music. So, just as an example, there's a battle I was having yesterday where this robot ballerina was performing, and there was a ballerina song playing in the background. And you'd know the song if you heard it. It's very, like, open. Like, you know this song.
Gotcha.
While I was, because, like, the mission was, like, turn the ballerina on, watch the performance. I'm like, oh, okay, so I just gotta sit here until she's done. While she's performing, like, all these enemies start attacking me. That song immediately turns into, like, this techno version of it, and, like, some shit's just going crazy. I was like, dude, this is badass. Like, this is so awesome.
It sounds awesome. Oh, my God.
This game is so good. It's so good. It
sounds like this game is we're going to get like what was advertised, right? And that doesn't happen so often when they show us trailers and stuff. And this sounds like we're actually going to get what we've been like seeing this whole time. Like, that's so awesome.
This game feels like, I know Anthony jokes about it all the time about how it's been 10 years since this game. This game feels like it's been in development for 10 years. And not in a bad way, in a way that like they literally took the time. There's so many weird, like, I hate to make this comparison, but Alone in the Dark, the 360 game, had some puzzles in it that like you felt like you'd never seen before. And this game has a lot of that where it's like, oh, I literally have to do that. And you're like, that's fucking brilliant. Like that's a cool thing. Like, puzzles in video games are always like, you know what it is, you know how to solve it.
Yeah.
And like this one's like, no, you literally have to do the thing you think you're going to do. It's not a video game mechanic. It's take this ball, drag it through this pipe, and drop it into this bucket. And I'm like, oh shit, I literally have to do that. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I like that. I like that. Man.
The Shadow Puzzle.
And this is their first game, isn't it?
I think so. Well, I mean, yeah, they've been working on it for 10 years. So.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah. Right, you're right. Good for them. Okay, go ahead. The puzzle, go ahead.
Like, the Shadow Puzzle, like, just blew my mind because it was like, you have to do this. I was like, what do I have to do? They're like, you literally have to make the shadows of the ballerinas look like they're killing the other shadows. I'm like, oh, okay. So I literally have to tell them to go into a position to make it look. Oh shit, that's so good.
Yeah, those aha moments, man. That's awesome.
There's one of those like all the time, and then like there is literally this open world outside the facilities. You can go out there, and like there's dungeons where you can get blueprints or new weapons and stuff. Like, you don't even have to do that shit. That shit is just there. Like, the open world feels like a secondary function. Like, it's just there. And here's the funny thing, like, you were asking, like, is it a map where, like, all the dots are all over? The map doesn't even work unless you're in the open world. Like, when you're in the dungeons, there's no map.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so, like, there's nothing there. Like, you just explore.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This game is, like, literally top of my list game of the year right now. It's so good. It's so good. It looks good. It like I said, the combat is a little funky. You'll see what I mean when you play it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get used to it. And that's why I say put it on easy, because the enjoyment of this game is not the combat with the robots. It can be fun, but it can also be frustrating. But what makes this game is the world. And the story is interesting. Like, there's some shit going on in this game. Also, motherfuckers, man, y'all horny for robots, and it's weird. It's really weird. Like, the fridge is not the only thing. You'll meet the fridge really early on. She's really horny. But, like, a lot of the other stuff in this game is overly horny, and I don't understand why. Like, the ballerinas, I'm sure you've seen them in the trailers.
Yep, yeah.
There's a whole sequence with them that I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Nice. Okay.
Like,
yeah, I saw clips of the fridge, so, yeah, wow.
The fridge is the ballerinas have this sequence that is literally just them turning a key, and it goes on for like 4 minutes, and it's really weird.
Okay.
There's a lot.
You know that sounds okay though, because I feel like we've been missing this type of game, right? Because we haven't had like a BioShock kind of weird, atmosphere-y kind of stuff in quite a while, and this sounds like this will probably scratch an itch for a lot of people. Oh my god, I had a question. I thought about this because I didn't want to interrupt you because you were on a flow. You were talking about how it has like powers and stuff that you can, mix up. Like you can put them, polymer on them and then blow it up. Can you do that with the environment too? So if they're like in a river or something, can you shoot out electricity and like shock them in the water? Does it mix and stuff like that?
There is the stuff in the game is called polymer. It's like this jelly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And yes, you can manipulate it in the environment. So like if you have the firepower, you can like literally set the shit on the ground on fire.
Nice. Okay. Nice.
And it's crazy.
Nice.
Also, the dialogue is fucking wild. The main character is a dude, and you talk to, like, so you have that glove on your hand that, like, does your powers and stuff. That thing talks to you. His name's Charles.
Yep. I didn't know it had a name. All right.
And your main character has a catchphrase.
Nice.
And you would never guess what his catchphrase is. You will never guess it. It's going to be my tagline for the review. The dude constantly says, crispy critters.
Oh my god.
He literally just like every time he gets in a place, he's like, crispy critters, what is this shit?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
This game is weird, man. It's really weird.
Oh, crispy critters.
Crispy critters. Shoot. There's even a line where he gets like, I got in a boss fight, and it's just like this overbearing boss. He's like, crispy fucking critters, here we go.
Nice.
So good.
Nice. I'm excited.
Man.
Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah, this game is amazing. Amazing. And it's on fucking Game Pass. Yeah. Man, this is a huge get.
This is a dub for them.
Yeah, this is a huge get for Microsoft. This is like everybody keeps thinking like, oh, they got Outriders. That was a huge get. Like, and then the game comes out. Like this one is actually a huge get for sure.
Yeah, the good for them. That's what's. You know what? They'll probably mess around and lock up some sort of. We're gonna buy this studio. They're gonna buy.
They can buy the studio, but they ain't gonna make another game till 2033.
Right, we're gonna have to wait 10 more years.
Anyway, that's unfortunately my review will not be done. I have not finished this game. I heard the main story was like 20 hours. I'm like 15 in, and I don't feel like I'm close to the end. And I've been skipping a lot. Like I don't even touch the open world. Like I was just trying to get through the story, and I figured I could go back and explore the open world. But like I ain't even finished. Like I feel like every time that I've finished, like the most amazing thing I've seen in the game's like, nah, I got this too.
Man, that oh my god, yeah, this is so good. I can't wait.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, that's it for me. So now you get to go, and I get to sit here and chill.
Yeah. See, so it's funny, and I'll just start with this because I didn't play a whole lot this week, but I played some more Hogwarts Legacy, and actually I finished it this morning. The main story path, and it's funny that you talked about the open world. Kind of just being there as kind of extra stuff in Atomic Hearts, because it really is like that in Hogwarts Legacy too. There is so many side quests and hamlets and different stuff in this open world to do. Like I think I clocked 35 hours is what mine says. And I finished the story, the main storyline. I did do some of the side quests and different things, like the dark art stuff. And I'm going to talk about a lot of this more in depth in the review. I'm going to write it up this week. But one of the things that I liked about it for the game as a whole is for those people that really want to role play their experience, right? So
they want to be wizards.
Yeah, they want to, exactly. With an accent and everything. I can't do a British accent. It's so bad.
I can't either. Mine's terrible.
But yeah, the dark art storyline that's there, you don't have to ever learn those skills. So it's completely optional. So you can still experience the storyline, which actually is a really kind of poignant to the main story and kind of a heartbreaker. This is a little tearjerker of a story with Sebastian. So you can experience that story without ever, learning Avada Kedavra or Crucio or any of that stuff, which is nice because some people might want to play this and never want to mess with the Dark Wizard stuff. Now, that being said, and I'm going to say this because like I said, I finished the main story thing. This is what actually kind of disappoints me about it. The marketing and stuff was kind of hyped up that you were going to be able to kind of align yourself with, the light or the dark kind of thing, right? Like it kind of gave the kind of Knights of the Old Republic vibe. So if I wanted to be, a dark wizard, I could. If I wanted to kind of dabble in both, I could. Well, the game sets it up like you can do that, but then ultimately there is zero payoff for it. So, and I don't want to spoil it, but the main story has a lot of ups and downs, and you're asked as the character to make a lot of decisions, which, like, in Mass Effect, you would make decisions like, are you going to exterminate this race or are you going to, protect them or whatever? And it would have ramifications later on. In this, it's played like these decisions are going to have ramifications. Like, okay, well, are you going to learn Avada Kedavra? So if you're doing, these unforgivable curses, I'm casting Avada Kedavra in front of teachers and they ain't saying shit. Like, what? I'm a 15-year-old kid. I just killed this man. Like, okay. So, but like in the cutscenes and stuff and in the choices you have to make, they make it seem like there's going to be consequences for that or whatever. So like in the very last decision is the ultimate story thread, culminates in this kind of, do you or don't you, right? I'm not going to spoil that, but that's the kind of decision. And it's displayed or presented in a way where you like, okay, this is it. Right. So I'm going to pick this. And then they even hit you with well, are you sure? Even after all that you've learned, after all that you saw, this is what you want to do? So you can even change your mind. So I'm like, well, forget it. I'm going to do this. Right. And I'm like, nah, I'm going 100% dark. I want to stop. Nah, this is what we're going to do. So I picked it and he was like, huh. And the cutscene started. And then everything played out and the final boss fight happened and everything wrapped up. And my choice made zero. Like, it had no effect on anything that transpired afterwards. So regardless of the decision and I guess maybe that's kind of a spoiler in a way, but I would rather be upfront. I hate when games do that. The story thread is presented like I'm controlling this, right? I'm going to decide the final outcome. I'm being shown their side, these keepers' side and Isadora's side, and even the goblin side and this little, kind of trifecta thing we have going on. And it's being left up to me to decide the ultimate fate of this, well, I won't do this. And then no matter what you decide, the game had already decided for you. I hate when they do that. Ugh. So what was a really high, like I was like, man, this game is getting a 9 from me, bro. This game is great. As a fan, absolutely. This is the Harry Potter experience that we as fans have been looking for. It's great. But man, if I take out that fandom and, look at it objectively as, we have to do when we're reviewing these games, it takes a big hit because of that. Like it hyped all that up and then to ultimately just kind of let you down and be like, well, damn, it didn't even matter. Like, The story was still good though. I will say that story was still good. The side stories, like I said, I finished the game, and so it opens up. You go through the seasons. It's spring now, and it tells you, hey, you finished up the main thing, but your owls are approaching. That's your official wizarding license. No, it's an exam. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a nerd. I'm not that high of a Harry Potter nerd. My wife probably knows, but not probably. She definitely knows because she's a uber Harry Potter nerd. But it's like your final exams, basically, for school. I do know that. So that's what I have left. But I have the entire open world is there. There's, like I said, tons of side quests. Like my quest thing is packed full of stuff that I've already kind of started the thread for of different stuff, but haven't like finished up. Not to mention a bunch of other stuff to explore. So if you're looking, to immerse yourself in this world and have this kind of narrative experience, even outside of that main one, it's definitely there. And I think that is what will overall, I think, save the game, or really will make the game, is just being to really live that experience. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to write the review. I know I said a lot, but I'm going to write the review and this week and go from there. The other game I played, which I already have the review out for, was Wild Hearts. I played that a lot, which is, you definitely stand by my score. It has some issues. It's been patched a couple of times, since I've had it, because I did have it a couple of weeks before release. So they're actively working on stuff. They're listening to the community about getting like loadouts in there, because that's one of the things that it desperately needs. And a wish list. Oh my God, for when you're trying to get parts on stuff, parts together for building sets and different things. But the combat is so much fun. Like I spent my time just kind of using the Hunter's Arena, which is you go into this little menu and it tells you, it lists all the different creatures that are out for hunt for, people that have asked for help. You can send up a request when you go to hunt something. So I just been hopping in other people's games and helping people out because I got a close to high level character. So I just been, going in there and just helping folks out and, fucking up some stuff. And it's funny because, like, we'll go in there with, like, some of the early stuff, and they just kind of stand back and be like, well, damn, because he kills real fast because I got all this, good gear. But, yeah. Still a great game. For me, like I said, I like it more than Monster Hunter, but I'm a noob to Monster Hunter, so I definitely respect to those that have played Monster Hunter since, what, PS2? Is that when it came out?
PSP, I think. PS2 or
Jesus.
PSP. I mean, it's old.
Yeah, and I know people have rocked with it since then. I just never got into it until Rise, and I was like, oh my God, this is good. But I just enjoy the simplistic approach that Wild Heart has to it. Like, Rise is great. There's just a lot to juggle. And, a nigga like me that just want to get in here and chop stuff up, have some fast combat, take down some beasts. Wild Hearts is definitely, it definitely delivers that in spades, a little easier than you can get it from Rise.
I got time for all these fucking games.
Man, right? It's so many games. Like, you know what? I did play other stuff. Like, I played some Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, because I never finished that, and they finally fixed it was broken for the
the DLC or
the XS.
Yeah,
so they did the next gen upgrade a couple weeks ago, and it messed up on the Xbox if you had the Series X or S, and the game, in order for you to even continue playing it on your save, you would have had to have had an Xbox One copy of the game, like a physical copy, to put in, to copy your save, to make it an Xbox One save so that you could run the game, because they messed up the executable or something and it was broke for like, oh my God, almost a month? Like, they just recently fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, so when it happened, because I had played it, I bought the game when it came out, but I wasn't that far. So I was like, man, fuck this. So I just deleted my save and started over. So I've been playing on the next gen version, this whole time. But those people that had spent hours, because that game is long, were super pissed that they had to wait. But anyway, so I've been playing that. And man, let me tell you something, because I done got into the Cell Saga. For a game, and I put this on Twitter, for a game that's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, you spend a whole whole lot of time playing as everybody other than Kakarot. And I don't know if you know, because I don't know.
I don't know Dragon Ball at all.
But that's Goku. Okay, Kakarot is Goku. That's his Saiyan name.
Is everybody in Dragon Ball Goku? Like, because I feel like I played Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and like there's 47 Gokus. Yeah,
so real quick, super brief history. So Goku has, because he's a Saiyan, his race is they're a warrior race, and they're all about, advancing their power. And Goku is like the best at it, so he has a bunch of different forms that are more powerful. So in Fighter Z, rather than, and I hate that Fighter Z did this, because I like the games where you can go through his forms and it's a natural thing. Like I can go Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3. Well, Fighter Z separated it all. So they have regular Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That's why there's so many in that. So everybody is not Goku, but yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess.
I still don't get it, but it's fine.
I got you. It's fine. But yeah, you spend a whole lot of time playing as somebody other than Goku in the game that's got his name. And I'm like, bruh, can I just play as the man? Really, I want to play as Vegeta, because that's my guy. He's also a Saiyan. But I digress. So I messed with that. I actually was looking forward to, I thought they were going to send it. I guess not. The Blood Bowl 3.
Yeah,
and the Settlers game.
I haven't heard about Blood Bowl. I know we have a request in for that. I don't know what that game is, but maybe we'll see it this week.
That's fine. It's Warhammer.
Well, of course it's Warhammer, but
yeah, it's another week, so of course it's a new Warhammer game. It's football Warhammer. You won't. You probably won't like it. I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't they make one of these where it's like turn based or something?
That's kind of what it is. So it's based off of a board game, which I never played the board game, but I played Blood Bowl 2, and I was like, oh damn, this is okay. But yeah, it's kind of turn based, but it's actually plays out, I guess, like the board game is, because you roll dice and your people can move different spots, but then like once you make those plays, then it plays out kind of like Madden. So your player makes the route, and the defender might trip them, and they'll end up breaking an arm, and then there's stuff like that. So it's kind of like a mix between Monster League and NFL and a board game. I guess
they just need to put Mutant League Football on modern consoles.
Bruh, yes, that's what I meant. Mutant League Football. Oh my god, that cartoon was good too. I don't know if you watched that back in the day. That cartoon was also good.
They tried to bring that back, and they called it Mutant Football League, and it was not good.
I thought I remembered seeing, because it came out on, I think it was in early access for a long time, but it came out on like Xbox One, the original Xbox One.
Good.
Yeah,
it's not good.
That sucks. Damn. Yeah, that game was good. I did like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I played Marvel Snap, but I play that all the time, that card game. That's also really good. And then all of this, obviously, neither one of us said it, but obviously we played Overwatch.
Say so what?
Y'all know how it is. We play some Overwatch.
Motherfucker, I'm Diamond 2. Come at me.
Yeah, this nigga doing the most. I'm not diamond nothing. I'm still the same ranked, because Ken done messed around and leveled up out of playing with us in ranked. So when we play with him, we just play for fun. We gotta play a quick play.
You gotta go with the quick play, because the comp's like, nah, y'all can't, nah.
Yeah, we can't keep up.
It's crazy for me to think that if I leveled up 2 more times, I'd be a Masters.
Bruh, you got time for the end of this season too, because the season just started. Damn, man.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah.
You gonna mess around and get recruited by Overwatch League?
I can't. That's how I hit that top 500. Like, I've been in games with top 500 players, but I have not. Like, my games now are so. You think those games we play are sweaty, my dude?
Oh no, I'm sure.
Oh my god,
I'm sure.
Oh my god,
because those people are trying to keep their diamond or what? Yeah, I'm sure, man.
Masters,
like you.
I'm at Masters games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you man.
Grandmasters
no way.
are in my games.
No way. I would never.
I just look at him like, it's one of those things where you like standing in the corner like, I don't belong here.
Right. How did I get here?
So
because y'all really out here playing for money. Like,
13-year-old kid out here, Grandmaster 5 or something. Like, I'm just going to stand over here in the corner. What's up?
Right.
43-year-old man older than your grandpa over here hanging out. Oh. All right, let's dig into what's out this week. God damn, what a week.
All right.
Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, we got Aka R, which is an old Atari game. I don't know that game, so I can't speak to it. Atomic Heart, obviously. Like a Dragon Ishin is out this week.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that. Like I say, I've been playing. I literally played to the tutorial. That was it. I can't talk about that game yet.
Atomic Heart has consumed you. So
I'm reviewing that. I'm not reviewing Ishin. So.
Oh well, then yeah. So yeah, you had to put. I got you.
I had to focus on. They
put a demo.
Go ahead. Like it's sitting there on my Xbox, and every time I boot it up and I go to play Atomic Heart, I'm like, man, I really want to play Ishin. I really want to play it.
Bro, I played the demo. Real quick, I'm sorry. I played the demo, and I shot a Kamehameha way. You don't even know because you don't watch Dragon Ball Z. So that's Goku's attack. The giant blue beam that he shoots out.
Okay.
I did that in freaking Ishin. It was like the special for one of the movies. And I was like, and sold. I'm buying this.
I mean, it's Kiryu with a sword. Let's go.
Yeah. And a gun, and oh my god! It's all of those fighting forms are so much fun. Like I'm in there, like I'm getting it. Like I summoned a dancing dog to distract people while I was like, this game is crazy. I'm getting it.
That's all we need. Is another 70-hour Yakuza game. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't call them Yakuza anymore. The series is called Like a Dragon.
That's right, Like a Dragon. They've changed it. It is Like a Dragon.
7 Doors, Remoteness. I think this is a patch, maybe a new version, but Asterigos Curse of the Stars. I might boot that back up to see if it's got better, but
I'm gonna do the same.
I doubt it has.
I have it too.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Blood Bowl 3, which we talked about. Catan is coming back. Console edition of that. Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. Grim Guardians Demon Purge, which I'm also playing, which is that Inti Creates Castlevania game. Remorse, The List, Lootbox Life Plus, and Truck Driver Premium Edition. PlayStation
simulator games.
PlayStation is a hot number this week because PSVR 2 is out this week. So they have a lot of games coming out this week. We got those are all the same. We got Altair Breaker, Cities VR Enhanced Edition, Cosmonious High, Demio. Drums
That's
Rock.
Great.
Yeah, I think a lot of these are VR games. Drums Rock, Dyschronia, Chronos Alternate. Oh, here's a callback. Fantavision 2020X.
Wow.
Fantavision. Hello Neighbor, Search and Rescue, Horizon, Call of the Mountain, Job Simulator, Kayak VR Mirage, Kitsune AI Touch the Beat, Moss Book 2, Pavlov, Resident Evil Village VR Mode, Res Infinite, Song of the Smoke Rekindled, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition, Synth Riders Remastered Edition, Tentacular, The Last Clockwinder, The Last Brigade, The Tale of Onagoro, Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution, Townsman VR, Vacation Simulator, Zenith, The Last City, and Zombieland Headshot Forever Reloaded. Those are all their VR games out this week.
That's you take a breath, take a sip of water because you went hard.
That was a lot. And then also out on PlayStation this week is Octopath Traveler 2 for all of those PlayStation fans that didn't get the first game.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's
fucking
weird.
It
definitely is. It definitely is.
All right, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, a lot of the same stuff. Signalis must be a physical version. Ninja Jajamaru, The Great Yokai Battle Deluxe Edition. Redemption Reapers. I see a lot of people talking about Redemption Reapers. I have no idea what that game is.
Why?
I don't know. Like a lot of people were talking about Redemption Reapers, and I don't know what it is. And Hunt Showdown Limited Bounty Hunter Edition. And then,
you know what? I am so surprised that Hunt is even still a thing. Like what? That's all Crytek is doing is Hunt. Like
it's one of those games that like a bunch of people play, but you don't ever see anybody talk about.
Yep, I guess that's what it is. Like, I own it. And if they would
I do too.
make a next gen version, like, I would probably play it. Like, because I booted it up the other day and I found a match and everything. And I was like, damn, people still play this. Like, and you talking about they got a new release out for it? Like, that's, all right.
I don't know, man. There's so many games like that people play that I don't ever hear anybody talk about. I'm just like, hey, yeah, if it's going, it's going. I mean, to be fair, if you didn't listen to the show, you probably don't see a ton of people talking about Overwatch. I mean, it's not, other than when it first launched into 2, like, it's not really in the zeitgeist anymore, so.
Yeah.
Fortnite just dominates, casual conversation.
That is what this is. I don't think Redemption Reapers is going to be your jam. There's a
lot of games that most people talk about that ain't my jam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I know you said you didn't know about it, but this, it looks like a tactical RPG.
Oh, I'm out.
Like old Fallout, like, that type of, yeah. You're moving around on the grid. The enemies are,
Nope. Big old nope. Nintendo Switch. A lot of the same stuff we already talked about, but also, man, there's a lot of these Ninja Jajamaru games coming out. There's like 3 on the Switch. I don't even know what these are, so whatever. SpongeBob SquarePants Krusty Cook-Off, Animal Lover, Digimon World Next Order, Hike Isle, physical version of Metroid Prime Remastered, apparently, which 10 out of 10 might be another Game of the Year conversation. Pixel Lines 2, Into the Puzzleverse, Twice Reborn, a vampire visual novel. I think somebody sent me a code for this, and I was like, every word in the sentence of this game is a no from me. I'm sorry.
It be like that sometimes. It's not.
But people email me, they're like, you want to check out my new roguelike? I'm like, no.
Nope. Yep. I get those too, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I
promise you,
I got a simulator.
You don't want me to review your roguelike, okay?
No, yeah.
Dyadic, whatever that is. Horror Tale 1 Kidnapper, Loot Box Simulator Crimson Fire, Midnight is Lost, Planet Cube Edge, Remorse The List. They had tried to send me a code for that too, and I said, nah, that's a survival game.
Oh Lord.
Rumble Sus, Sakura Magical Girls. There you go. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Snake Core, The Crimson Flower That Divides Lunar Coupling. That's a weird name. Tyrant's Blessing, Yonisawara Hospital. This is a game Anthony was excited for. Clive and Wrench. I don't know what that is, but he did ask for that game. Grisaya Phantom Trigger 08, Ink and Paper Doodle Cut, Lootbox Life Plus, Neodore Forever, Remains, Roniu's Tale, Octopath Traveler 2. Obviously, Switch gets both games. And then Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is out on Friday. So there's all your new releases.
A lot of stuff.
Yep. And now it's time for the news. Xbox February update came and went like a fart in the wind. If you want to know what's in it, you now have the Carbon Aware game downloads and updates. You can use Google Home app as touch control. You can hide game art when selecting games on your background.
What does that mean? So I don't know what that.
So when you play a game, if you don't have a background set, it puts the game art as your background.
Oh.
And you could tell it you don't want it to do that, so you could just have a flat color.
See, I have a background. I didn't know that. Okay.
I have a dynamic
because I was so confused.
Yeah, I have the Dead Space dynamic background right now. So
me too, actually. Yep, I was so confused.
And the last one is jump back into a party with your friends, which I have no fucking idea what this does.
Oh, I know what this is. Because I can see it. There's like a history of if you go to your parties, there's a history of parties that you've had. So say our Overwatch parties, somebody's about to start it. You could just go to the last party that we were in, it'll show it and just send the invite from there. You reactivate that and basically everybody hops back in. It's
that sounds
not
pointless.
really needed.
That's what I'm saying.
it's not really needed. Like you could just, go down the list and hit the button. But I guess for folks that want a one button, it's really more than one. I guess I don't know what the point of it is.
I don't know.
But that's what it is.
Xbox, maybe fix your download speeds in your dashboard. Maybe that's what you should be doing.
Right.
Like,
Let's start there.
This is literally the most worthless monthly update I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's wild too because you said because I'm in the alpha skip ahead, and so I see all this stuff. I've been done had all this, but you said that this update still didn't even get you like the little tiles, the little game tiles, the smaller game tiles. That for like ever. I didn't even realize it wasn't live.
No, that they have never, and they don't even talk about it anymore. Like they said they were
working,
and they don't even talk about that anymore. So
yeah, I just assumed it was live. Like that's crazy.
It wasn't even in the beta. I joined the beta for like 20 minutes and it's not in there.
I wonder what's messed up about it. Because I haven't had any issues with
they slacking lately. I don't know what's going on over there.
They focusing on Activision. That's what it is.
I mean, that's all they're focusing on. It's all right, I gotta pull up PlayStation Plus Premium. Can we get it for Feb? Where? There we go. There you go. All right, PlayStation PP for the month of February. Once again, Extra is great. We got Horizon Forbidden West. 12 months after
already.
Release. Huh.
Yeah.
The Quarry, that's a good one. Resident Evil Biohazard, Outriders, Scarlet Nexus, Borderlands 3, Tekken 7, Ace Combat 7, Earth Defense Force 5, Oninaki, Lost Sphere, I Am Setsuna, and The Forgotten City. Those are your extra
Forgotten
games.
City is excellent. That is a great game. Oh my god. I reviewed that and
your PP classics. We actually got some more PS1 games. The drip feed continues. We got Harvest Moon Back to Nature, Wild Arms 2, Destroy All Humans for the PlayStation 4, and the big dog Legend of Dragoon is making its way.
Finally. Yep. I talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Like how
we got Legend of Dragoon.
How I still don't understand how we get 3.
I don't either.
3 games.
They got you out here just a thirsty nigga in the desert, and they out here giving you a couple drops of water. Here you go.
The PlayStation,
you'll be all right.
The PlayStation Classic still has a better lineup than Premium. After what is it now? 6 months? Was it 7 months?
Yep. I think it's 7. But yeah, it's messed up. So messed up.
Rumor for PlayStation, according to Insider Gaming, Sony will release a new wireless headset and wireless earbuds in the next fiscal year. Battery life for the earbuds should be around 5 hours. That seems low.
It definitely does.
Like my big headsets last was it like 20, 30 hours? Like why earbuds only last 5? I mean, I would never use earbuds for more than 5 hours. Like even my Overwatch sessions ain't longer than 2 or 3.
I mean, yeah, that's a really long time. I mean, I have like Beats earbuds but even still, the charge lasts longer than 5 hours. Some of these battery life just sucks though, because the controllers don't last long. It's because they do all that fancy shit. So it probably does all the pulse ear feedback.
Does it rumble your ears?
Probably.
That's stupid. I got Sony Bluetooth headphones that last longer than 5 hours. Why is it just the PlayStation stuff?
I'm telling you, it's because they doing some fancy tech in it. Like it's whatever their little I don't even know what their audio thing is, but it's doing something extra that it don't need to do, and kills the battery life. Like I don't even care about and maybe it's because I haven't played Astro Boy, because I feel like that's what people say is like the
oh yeah, that was the first
milestone
one for the DualSense, and
yeah,
like when I used that controller in that game, I was like, dude, this is game changing, and then ever since then it's been like, nah.
Okay. See, I need to play that because to me, when the game is like, oh, we got some haptics, I'm like, yeah, I've played the controller with haptics. I didn't care. It didn't do anything extra for me. Like, oh, you can, when you pull the trigger, it feels like it's real life. That just pissed me off. Like, why is this? Like, that's, so yeah, they do a lot of extra stuff that kills the battery life. It just, But I'm gonna have to mess with Astro Boy and really see what the haptics and stuff is really all about.
You never played Astro Boy on the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, I did. You know what? So when I had mine, because I still haven't rebought it, I deleted it off because I was like, I don't care, and I installed Miles Morales and whatever I was about to play.
I'm gonna tell you,
I didn't mess with it.
A secret about Astro Boy.
Okay,
it's the best game on the PlayStation 5.
You lying?
Dude,
better than Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2.
It's the only platinum I have.
Oh wow!
I don't do platinums. Wow. I don't do that like 100% trophy achievement bullshit. Like Astro Boy, I have a platinum.
Wow. Okay. Look. When I get it back, I'm gonna play it.
That game is so good. So good.
Okay. Is it still just a side project, or are they gonna do something else with it? Or
it's a long game. It's like 6 hours, I think, maybe 5, 6 hours.
Oh wow, okay. It is a full. Okay, so I thought it was like a tech demo, really, like it was just showing stuff off. But
it is a tech demo. But dude, you can collect like giant fucking 3D models of PlayStation consoles and shit.
Nice.
It's rad. And then you can like look at, like you can press the button in and make the sound.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Okay, I'm gonna mess with it.
Astro Boy's so good. Bloober Team. Their next game, Project M, has entered production phase, and they're choosing Draw Distance from Serial Cleaners as the developer. That's weird.
Okay.
What else we got here? Echoes of Mana is going to end service on May 15th. The game originally launched on April 27th of 2022.
That's a mobile game. Because I think I played it on the day it came out because I like the Mana. I think that's the Echoes of Mana one.
Lasted just over a year.
Yeah, it wasn't great. They need to stop with these mobile, because I think people really are like done with them. Like Square done had freaking, what was that Final Fantasy one ended not too long ago. The Last Soldier or First Soldier. Yeah, like they need to stop with the mobile cash grab things.
Double Fine published a 32-part Psychonaut Psycho Odyssey documentary on YouTube. I want to watch this, but it's long.
I didn't know that was even a thing. That is epic.
Like, I need to watch it, but 32-parter, I've heard it's like 20 some odd hours or something.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Like throughout the whole development? That's actually I may watch that. That
from
sounds
like start
cool.
to finish, yeah.
That game is good. I need to go back and finish it. That game is really good.
That game was
so funny.
Was that my game of the year? The year it came out? Like, that game is really good. That game is really good. It is.
Good. Yeah, my daughter, actually, I think she might have finished it, because she actually was playing it, my youngest. But yeah, I'm going to have to go back.
Think about that. That might have been my game of the year. The game is so good. Mick Gordon has said that he will donate his fee he made from Atomic Hearts, which, by the way, he does the music in Atomic. That's why it's so fucking good. To the Red Cross AU to support Ukraine. So
good on him. That's good. That Killer Instinct soundtrack is fire.
I mean, every soundtrack he does is fucking
amazing. Yeah, he's good.
Atlar Ryza 3 has gone gold. I know that'll excite Jay. That's his jam. He loves them Atlar Ryza games. Crystal Dynamics and Eidos are expected to release 5 AAA games over the next 5 years. Right now they've announced Perfect Dark, Tomb Raider, and Fable. But there's a rumored Deus Ex, and nobody knows what the 5th game is. So. It's weird that Tomb Raider is going to be out before Perfect Dark.
I was about to say, because we haven't heard anything about. At least I think the last thing we saw was that when they first announced that they were doing Perfect Dark, right? Like for real,
that
everybody assumed
that little fly-through trailer. Yeah, that is literally the only thing we've seen of that game, and that was 2 Game Awards ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, to be fair, we've only seen one CGI trailer of Fable too. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we haven't seen it because we thought we were going to see something But you know what? Maybe they're going to do another one of those. It won't be their next little show, because even if they say that they're going to do those developer direct things every month, the next show next month will probably be for Starfield.
Oh yeah, their next show is 100% Starfield with a release date.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll. I don't know. Whatever.
Yep, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's where we are.
I can't wait to play Perfect Dark and Fable, but I don't even want to talk about them until we're within 6 months of their release.
Yep. I wish they would just hold off game releases like that. Like when Bethesda did, and I reference this all the time when I'm talking to people about video game stuff. And I don't know how often this happens, but when Bethesda did Fallout 4, I think it was perfect. They showed it at E3. I don't even think that it was rumored to be there. I don't remember reading anything about it, but they showed it at E3 and it was out in November. Yeah. Why can't we just do that? Why do we have to tell me about a game? Yeah, why tell me about a game? When is Wolverine coming out? 2025?
Maybe. It's late 2025 or early 2026, I think.
Why? And we know, why even tell us? Why do you need hype that much for that right now?
Stock prices.
Jesus. Yep, that's what it is. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Microsoft is bad about it because you ain't had shit. We're getting better. We got Hi-Fi Rush, we got Age of Empires, we got GoldenEye. They haven't said it yet, but in a month we'll get Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah,
because that is 100% coming. That's going to be a big deal because it's on Game Pass. People will finally get to play it because on PlayStation it was the reviews were middling, nobody bought it. But when it's on Game Pass, they get to play, and that game is good. I like that game.
I'm looking forward to trying it. I know. Well, and Deathloop already came out, but they have that too, which is on Game Pass as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and they've got Game Pass bangers for the next month. They've got Atomic Heart, they've got Wolong, and they've got MLB. So. Oh yeah, they really are actually in a good place because of Game Pass. Again, but that's everybody's argument. Because of Game Pass, yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Ubisoft has said they intend to be part of E3 if it happens, and that they have a lot to show.
I mean, they done canceled 37 games. What they gonna show?
I mean, we forget that Prince of Persia remake at some point.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. The Sands of Time one, that's right.
Yeah. Splinter Cell remake, that's supposedly a thing. That Avatar game that still hasn't come out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, they got stuff. Okay, they might have stuff. I'm just saying, they went on a canceling spree, for a little bit there in the news. It was and we axed 5 unannounced titles.
They've also got 37 Assassin's Creed games coming out, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, because I think we saw half of them at the Assassin's Creed Fest. So yeah,
I don't even remember the name of the new one. I've totally forgotten. Mirage, okay.
Mirage, yeah. The other ones I think were code names, wasn't it? Because it was
there's the Witch Trials one. That's called Red, right? Assassin's Creed Red,
maybe?
Or something like that.
Maybe that, because there was a Red, a Jade.
Jade was China, which is weird because they've already done the side-scrolling China one.
Yep. Yeah, and there was something else, but yeah, they all had code names. But yeah, they got all of them in development because that's what we need is a bunch of Assassin's Creed. Yeah, the Witch Trials thing I am interested in. That could be
we go a year without Assassin's Creed. We need 40 to make up for it. It's fine.
Exactly. It's y'all had too much time off. You forgot. Hold on.
A bunch of former Respawn devs have formed a new studio called Studio Wildlight Entertainment. Ghost Ship Games of Deep Rock Galactic fame has launched its own Ghost Ship Publishing.
Cool. I played that game, that Ghost, the Deep Rock. It's okay. I couldn't find and have friends that really want to do it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Play that game.
Yep. So yeah, but good for them. making their own publishing thing. Go ahead.
Jake Solomon, the creative director of XCOM and Marvel's Midnight Suns, and Steve Martin, head of the studio, are leaving Firaxis. Heather Hazen is the new studio head, and their next game is Sid Meier's Civilization.
Oh, 7? No, where are we at? 8? We're at 8.
I don't know.
I think. It's a lot of Civ games. But, wow. I think I saw that on Twitter, dude's letter that he was leaving. The XCOM and... Oh. Okay. I wonder what he's doing next. I hope it's not NFTs or something weird like that, because...
Yeah. This next one is weird. This has got to be a blow for PlayStation VR. So Tencent was apparently working on a VR headset, and now they've canceled it.
Tencent?
Yeah. When the biggest Chinese company in doesn't want to do VR, I have a sneaky suspicion that PlayStation VR 2 is not going to do well.
No, I listen. So as far as the games release, and I was going to say this on the thing, but I'll be trying not to jump over because I know you were trying to keep the show moving. I'm trying not to be rude.
Oh, you could.
But when you was talking about the releases, the majority of those, and I think everybody knows that, have already come out. Yes. I've played a good portion of those games that are just coming out on PSVR 2. And while all of them that are coming there that I've played actually are really good, really good, I don't think it's going to do that great either. Yeah, it looks great and it's 120 frames and whatever, but VR is just still so niche.
And this thing is $550.
Yeah. On top of having, you have to have the system. And that's cool. The system is readily available now, apparently, more so than the Xbox. But that's a big ask. That's a lot.
It's, 1,000.
And then, yeah. And then their first party titles, because I read some of the reviews on,
Horizon.
The Horizon, yeah, and they were kind of middling. It wasn't super high marks, which is because Demio gets 9s, and so that's a great review. It's a really good game. But yeah, the Horizon and stuff that the Sony ones kind of fell below expectations. So I don't know, man.
How do you launch this thing without? There's two things that I feel would have made this a big deal. You get that port of Half-Life Alyx.
Oh yeah,
and an Astrobot. How is there not an Astrobot? That's what made PlayStation VR people interested in it, was that Astrobot game. It was so, and you can't even play that game on this new headset, the old game,
because it's not backwards compatible. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. You're right. Because the VR has haptics and all that jazz in the controls and stuff. So yeah, which y'all, Sony don't love us, so we ain't gonna get to review that for y'all. But
nope.
Sorry about that.
I'm not cool. I'm not a cool kid on Twitter. I don't get a VR headset.
They don't love us, but that's all right. But yeah, a lot of the third party games, I can vouch for it. That's some good stuff that's coming your way if you're interested in VR stuff. It's a lot of fun.
But can't you get all that on the Quest?
I was just about to say that. You can get it on the Quest for cheaper, and you can play it anywhere in your house. You don't have to be tethered by a cord.
That's true.
So yeah, there's and you're going to take a hit in graphics. And I'm telling you, as again playing all those on Quest, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It looks fine. All of it looks great. So what? It's going to be in 4K and all of that. You can get 120 on the Quest. I don't know. I don't think the PSVR is going to be a hit like they want it to be.
No, at $550 and a lineup of games that are already out.
Yeah.
Blizzard employees are very angry right now and embarrassed after a company-wide meeting where Mike Ibarra, who used to be at Xbox, said that they are slashing profit share bonuses to 58% and ending work from home for U.S. employees in April. Ibarra commented to the outcry, said, "If you think that executives are making a lot of money and you aren't, you are living in a myth."
Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, real quick. Okay, my thoughts on this. Bruh. First of all, it's wild because I actually liked Mike Ybarra for a while when he was at Xbox. But then he left. Like, I actually followed him on Twitter. But then he left and went to, he left and went to Blizzard, Activision.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I had to mute him because, like, dude was like he was throwing shots at and I get it. Okay, now you can really say some stuff, but it's like, now it just seemed kind of petty. And I'm like, damn, I thought you was above all of that, but whatever. For him to make that, nigga, you lying. Because I'm almost certain that his pay or something got leaked on him, and I know that nigga making six, 7 figures. So stop. That was a very insensitive thing to make, or a sensitive thing to say. And I almost feel like here lately that the executives at Activision Blizzard are just fucking up left and right on purpose. Cause they like, you know what, if we can just make ourselves look like idiotic shitheads, then maybe the, whoever is trying to, Microsoft, they'll okay Microsoft buying us so we can secure this deal. Like, it just feel like every week you read something about an exec at Blizzard doing something stupid. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Not that it was hard to do that before Microsoft tried to buy it, but now it seems excessive.
Yeah, like, why would he ever say, like, nigga, your check is longer than, why would you open your mouth driving into work in the Tesla? Cause again, I do see when people like retweet his stuff, like, and I have to unblock it to see it, but I see, like, he has one. Like, nigga, your car costs more than half them people's house. Stop.
Yeah, that's corporate greed. It's everywhere.
That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just, oh man,
crazy.
I hate to see it.
According to Insider Gaming, the next game in the Metro series is fully playable and could get announced later this year with a release date of 2024.
Oh, cool. You know what? I've heard that I've never played one of those games start to finish.
Oh,
like I've heard they're awesome, but I've never. Like, what was the one that was supposed? Did it ever? It might have come out. That was like was it Xbox exclusive? Or they kept showing it?
They had the marketing rights for it, but it's not exclusive.
Oh, is that what this game is? Is that what the one that's about to come out?
No. This is a new one. So there's been 3 total. The first 2 were on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and they got upgraded versions. And then they came out. Did they come out on 360? God, those games are old, so they may have. Okay. And then the new one just got a Series X.
Is it on Game Pass? I'll look. You don't have, if you don't know off the top of your head, you don't have to look it up. I'll check it. I'll check it later. I was just curious.
2010 was when the first one came out.
Okay.
So
I've heard good things.
I just never. Yeah, that would have been 360.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. All 3 of them are excellent games. They are very much survival horror games. So.
Oh, okay.
They're not shooters. Okay. They are definitely survival horror games.
I thought they were shooters, so that's good to know. Okay. Cool. All right.
Yep. No, they're all 3 good games. I like them all. Drew does not like them. He thinks they're overrated, but he's wrong. Okay. So that's fine. Oh, damn. I choked up there. So there was the Redfall controversy, which was a non-controversy. There's no discs, and then 40 YouTubers made videos about it, and it was debunked within an hour, which is always awesome.
Yeah. How you put together a video, put together a video, the little thumbnail and everything, super quick, throw it up on YouTube, and then it already, the story had already, been debunked. You ain't even take it down. And then go defend it. I saw some YouTubers well, no, I'm gonna leave it up because I still feel like, bruh. Because
it's always online, so I still the disc is useless.
Yeah, right, bruh. Just take it down. You take this L. Come on.
I don't know. If you're not mad on YouTube, then you ain't on YouTube.
There you go. There. That's what it is.
Diablo 4 beta access starts early access March 17th through 19th, and then an open beta March 24th through the 26th.
Yup. Super excited to check this out.
So, Layers of Fear was announced for June. It's release date of June. And Lies of P got a release date for August 2023.
Oh, nice! I forgot about that. That's the one that's coming to Game Pass. The Pinocchio.
The Pinocchio Souls. Pinocchio Souls.
Yeah. Pinocchio Souls. Okay.
The WrestleQuest got a release date of May 2023.
Which is awesome. I'm looking forward to checking that out.
So this is all coming from IGN FanFest, happened over the weekend. Neurodiver, Read Only Memories Neurodiver is coming summer. For everything, literally, including Xbox, which when they say everything nowadays, that usually means everything but Xbox.
But, yeah.
Tachia? How do you say that? Tachia?
Oh, yeah, the, cel-shaded, Island Girl game.
Yeah, that's spring.
Simplifying it.
Spring 2023 for PS4, 5, and PC.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, it ain't coming to Xbox, sorry.
I wanted to play that too. Damn.
Captain America Sam Wilson is now available in Fortnite.
I did not know that. Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to get that skin. I'm gonna need that. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
I think that's it. I think that's all the news. I think I got everything.
Okay. You know what? Whew. That means that you had no Microsoft Activision news this week.
I mean, we had the Blizzard comment. There's Microsoft Activision news. I mean, there was the story about the plane flying to Seattle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which I'm just like, I guess the hearing is Tuesday. So Sony, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Activision are all at a hearing on Tuesday with the CMA, I believe.
Fun times.
So, yeah, we will definitely get news this week.
Oh, good. I just, man, like we done said, I just want it to be over. Like, and it's funny too, because I read the comment about the jet. I know we about to wrap this up. I don't want to make it over long. Being spotted in Seattle. This was always going to come down to the two of them talking. Like all the rest of this on the showpieces and the bravado of let us compete and all this other bullshit. This was all going to come down to their lawyers and everybody else sitting down having a conversation. Like, yeah, this is business.
Well, I love how everybody knows this shit. Like, I saw a tweet yesterday, which was, Microsoft upped the deal to 15 years, and Sony still declined it. I'm like, are you in the room?
Right. Like, how do you know?
Like, did Jim Ryan text you, like, well, they gave us 15, and I said no? Like,
well, yeah.
Dude, you don't know.
Don't tell nobody, though. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, my God.
Yep, because everybody's an insider now. Well, I heard that. Who you hear from? Well, I was walking by and I heard somebody say, "What nigga account?" Like, hey, you did what? Like,
I'm gonna start making up rumors on the internet and see.
You should. We should, and see if we get some traction. Yep. Did you guys know that Max Payne developer Remedy is actually working on a Punisher game?
That sounds plausible. Let's run with that.
See? Yeah, let's go. Let's get it spread.
Even though we reported last week that Remedy's got like 7 games in the works. Oh, they just added an 8th. They're fine.
Yeah, they added an 8th. Punisher game. Y'all don't know.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. All right, let me click over to the emails. Oh, I'm gonna save this one for Anthony. He's seen the email, but it's in reference to his rant last week.
Fine.
Adam says, let's talk about that theme song. Hey all, Adam from New Zealand here. Let's cut straight to the point. Everybody misses the old theme song. Can we please get a re-record? Here's how to do the last line. It's the ZTGD cast. Just take out the pod part. Can't wait for the theme to return. Also, please consider trying Patreon. You guys deserve a few GP. Man, I don't. Nice. I appreciate the sentiment, but like when you get older and you think about like, oh, I want to make money on the internet, the first thing that goes in your brain is like, that is a tax nightmare that I just do not want to deal with. Like,
oh man, I didn't even think about that because I was like, oh, you know what, I could just take that on. But yeah, you're right.
That is just a
business,
yeah,
LLC or whatever, and all. Oh man.
We did that once back when I was trying to do this seriously. Like, we created an LLC for a year, and it just was more of a mess than it needed to be. Didn't make any money. It's just, yeah.
Gotcha.
Unless you're doing buku numbers it just ain't worth it. Like even if we made enough to like pay for the site, we'd have to pay so much in taxes that it just would be like, yeah. But
I got you.
It's man, making money on it.
Appreciate the sentiment.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
but no, definitely appreciate the sentiment. That's that's cool. That
I want
value
to
spend money on it.
I want to do a new theme song, but I don't know even how to go about it. Like I don't know that he still records songs, and even if he did, it's like you don't ask somebody to make a song for you for free. Like,
yeah, I got you.
And
right.
then it's like, well, what else do you do? And it's like, well, we're just using like generic game music. Maybe I'll throw that Biden thing in this week.
Oh my God, you should. I'm telling you, what you should do in the meantime, y'all. Hopefully, he does this. Is you should go to that site because I looked it up when Drew sent it, and just every week just pick a different one, like a different voice, and just do that for the intro until we get another one recorded. Like, you should totally just do that.
Like,
you should totally just do that.
Who else? Like, whose voices are on there?
Oh my God, go! You have to go in there and look. Like everybody.
Was it voice.ai?
Yep. There's a app too that they're doing for, I guess, the phone. I don't know why I was getting the accent. But
so
it's
how
not
does it
actually
work?
out yet.
Do you type it in or do you say it and then it changes it?
So you type it in what you wanted to say, but you have to like install the thing. Like it's not on the on the thing. But there's a lot. Like you should totally do that. Like just do a different voice every week. And then we can see about getting a theme song. I mean, I don't know, maybe if y'all want to change it up or whatever, we can.
I would love a new theme. I know Anthony was talking about like looking into what it would take to get the old theme song done in like what do you call it, chiptune? Like that would be cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. We'll have to talk to him and see if that's still an option.
Yeah, like that's a cool thing.
I'll hit him up and see. Yeah.
But yeah, I missed the theme song too. Unfortunately, I'm not going to use it. I still haven't talked to those guys. I have no idea what's going on. I'm assuming that we're just like, we're good. We're done.
So they never reached out?
No, I got one email and then like never heard anything else. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Alrighty then.
As long as we cool, we just going to go on and do our thing. So
yeah. Okay.
But anyway, no, that's all I got for this week. I don't have any tweets. But y'all slacking out there. Get your tweets in.
Twitter.
Maybe you sent tweets and maybe I just don't see them.
Well, see, and that could be too. Because Twitter is broke now.
Dude, Twitter is a dumpster fire. Like, it popped up the other day and was like, hey, you can't use two-factor anymore. And I was like, well, I can still use my app, right? Like, yeah, you can still use the app.
Yeah. If you want some security, you got to pay for Twitter Blue. Like, why are we doing this? Like, how down bad is this app? Like, Elon lost so much money charging us for security now.
My dude's gonna be asking for my social and my credit report so I can tweet next week.
Like, you know what? And I'm done. I'm done.
TweetDeck just logged me out of one of my accounts.
Yup. See, there you go. Oh man.
Because I use TweetDeck to handle 3 different Twitter accounts. And it was just like,
yeah, I use TweetDeck too.
We no longer have access to this account. Like, okay. Whatever.
Man, fix your stuff, Elon. Like, bruh. God.
Anyway, that's it for the show. If you want to tweet at us, it's at ZTGD Radio, but, or ZTGD Podcast, but, it may not be there. At some point, I don't know. I went to Hive for like a minute, and I'm like, I'm good. It's fine. And Mastodon is just a nightmare, so I'm not going there. You can follow us. I'm at ZTGD. Terrace is at Lord Magnus. The site's at ZTGD Content, at least for now. If you want to shoot us an email, that's the best way to reach us. It's at podcasts@ztgd.com. Phoenix Down, Like a Dragon, they're still kicking through that game. I still don't think they've hit the difficulty spike, so fun times when they do. And other than that, hopefully, we'll have more people on next week, and we'll be talking about some more. There's so many video games. Y'all don't even know. Still February, and we got like 5 Game of the Year contenders. Let's go.
Yep.
That's it. So we'll get out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.